Hey parents, it's Miss Kaye. I hope all of you are doing well. I wanted to take this opportunity to make a video so I could explain exactly how I progress monitor your child on Fridays. Miss Kristen and I pull the students and we UFLI progress monitor them. Okay? UFLI is my manual that I use. We go in a certain order and we check to make sure that they're learning what is being taught. Okay? So I will give them a piece of paper, and so far we have learned about the letters A, the letters M, the letter M. So A, M, S, T, P, F, and then this week we learned about I and N. Okay? So on this Friday, I will progress monitor or assess your child's progress on those letters. I will ask, how do you spell A? Your child is expected to write the letter A. I will ask them, how do you spell M? Your child is expected to write the letter M. Then I will ask them, how do you spell S, or what letter makes the S sound? I may ask it two different ways. I try to be consistent and ask it the same way. Like, how do you spell S? Your child is expected to write the letter S. Then I will say, how do you spell T? They're expected to write the letter T. Then they will be asked, how do you spell P? P. They're expected to write the letter P. Then I will ask them, how do you spell F? They're expected to write the letter F. Then I will ask them to spell I. I. Or how do you spell I? That is the short I. So they should be writing the letter I. Then I will ask them, how do you spell N? They're expected to write the letter N. Okay? We do that every day, and each week we build using two letters. Then when we get to the end of the alphabet, we will add some more information. This is starting, so if your child has not mastered the alphabet and sounds, we are doing that now. But we're also starting to learn how to blend, segment, decode, read words. Okay? So I will even do a drill with them that says, okay, palm out, let's blend. Nap, nap. That's blending the word. That's putting it together. Then I may say, let's segment the word 10. So I'll say 10. We're going to pound first because it's already put together. It's already blended. Now let's segment. P, I, N. And we are not putting it back together because that's segmenting. Segmenting means pull it apart. Okay? Then we'll work on building words, changing out the letters and sounds so they can use the same letters that we are working on and that we have worked on in the past few weeks. We'll build each week. Now, the next part of our progress monitoring assessment is the high frequency words, sight words, heart words. Okay? So far, I sent home the sight words a few weeks back. If you did not get those, please let me know so that way I can get you another copy. So far, I may ask them to write the word the or the. I'm going to teach them how to recognize the word the or the, and then I'm going to ask them how to write it. So I may just say, hey, spell the word the, or spell the word the. They're expected to write T-H-E, the, or the. Okay? The next word I taught was the letter I. When I is a word, it's always capitalized, or always uppercase. Don't confuse it with just writing the letter I. I is also a word. The next word that we have went over is at. At. You can decode or sound out that word. At. At. So they are expected to write A-T. At. The next word is and. 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 A-N-D. And. Then I may ask them to write the word a. It's like the letter, but a is also a word. So I may ask them to spell the word a. Now this week we have started working on the words if, it, its, sit, in, and is. Those are the short I words. So, in the next few weeks, or even Friday, I may ask them to spell any of those words. Then, the third part of my assessment on Fridays is I may say, let's write a sentence, okay? I may ask them to spell any word based on the sounds. It could be mat, map, fat, sit, thin, any combination of those words based on the sounds that I have taught and that we have worked on. Now, let's get back to the sentence part. The sentence part, I may say, okay, a sentence begins with uppercase letter. It has space in between the words, and it always ends with a punctuation mark. If I'm showing excitement or enthusiasm, I'm going to use an exclamation point. If I'm just telling something, I'm going to use a period. If I'm asking a question, I'm going to use a question mark. I point to those punctuation marks as I say that. We go over that every day, several times a day. Okay? So, when I assess them, I may say, write the sentence, I sat. Okay? I expect them to begin the sentence with an uppercase letter. So, uppercase I, space, sat, S-A-T. And I'm just telling you something, so I want them to put a period. Now, that is a simple two-word sentence, and it will build. So, in the next few weeks, we're going to add words. It could be, the cat is fat. They'll have to write. So, as you're practicing at home, remind them, sentences begin with uppercase letters. There are space between your words, and they end with a punctuation mark. So there are 3 parts that I will assess on Fridays. It may not be a lot of stuff. It may just be a quick. And then I take that information and I apply it to my small group planning for the very next week. In a perfect world, in all hopes, we want each child to stay on track and to make sure that they are learning exactly what's being taught each week and building on it. My goal for this year, like I said on our initial phone calls, like I said at open house, Miss Kristen and Miss Kaye wants your child to be more than ready. Not just slide by to first grade, more than ready. It takes all of us. So I send home practice or homework each day. They don't have to do it. They can just turn it in when they get a chance, but they get PBIS points if they do it. It's not required, but the more practice, the better.